Hello, everyone. It's good to be with you today on the 11th Sunday of Ordinary Time here at St. Catherine of Siena. I'm Father Hynes. Like many of you, I grow things, and if you stop to think, it is more than fascinating that a seed, however large or tiny, contains within itself life. No human being can create a seed. And if you stop to think, if all the seeds in this world lost the life that they contained for 1 year, would the human race survive? Only God can create life, even the life that's in a seed, let alone the human seed. But God does not bring harvest to fruition without human help. And so, as Jesus is saying in the parable, a man plants a seed. He goes to bed and he gets up, and he sleeps and he gets up, and the seed grows. But there are actions he has to take to weed, to hoe, and when the time comes to harvest, to harvest. What about the life that's in us, which is eternal? The life that God gives us as baptism. God gives us a responsibility to foster that life. We don't create it. We don't make people good. We don't give people faith ourselves, but God gives it to people through us. I spoke 2 Sundays ago about discipleship. And I mentioned that the problem that we face today is in our part of the world, 30% of those who are baptized Catholic are not Catholic. They've gone to other churches, or in about half the cases, they cease to belong to any. Are we the farmer who plants, but then no longer pays attention? Jesus' words were, go out and make disciples and baptize them and teach them. But if we baptize and teach, but we don't make disciples, something's missing. It's not simple. Most Catholics do not think of themselves as disciples who make disciples. And yet that was Jesus' command, not to the priests or the teachers only, but to all. Perhaps the most important thing about making disciples is being disciples. And being a disciple is not becoming something we weren't meant to be or aren't. A seed does not look like a full-grown blade of wheat. An acorn does not look like an oak tree. But the full-grown stalk of wheat and the full-grown oak tree are exactly what that seed is meant to become. So true, we need to go through many stages of relationship with Jesus, coming closer to him, understanding him better, building him into our lives. And that's what we can only pass on by our own example. So I'm going to talk more about discipling, but it's important for us today in the Catholic Church, here and now, to recognize that we are not just idle, passive spectators while God gives life. God gives life. Only God gives life. But we are the ones who work with God. We are disciples. Good to be with you, and we'll pick up again next week to say more about this.